This is the Sunday Business Page with John Delano.
Good morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to another edition of the Sunday Business Page. And our very special guest today is Eric Henderson, who is the president of Nationwide Annuity. Eric, good to have you on the show. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, John.
I wanted you on because you at Nationwide have just conducted a really fascinating survey about the impact of inflation on the various generations of Americans. And I think I wanted to start with one of your charts, which basically says that while everybody is concerned about inflation, it's really the Gen Xers and the boomers who are most concerned. And by that, we mean the older folks. Gen Xers are those basically 42 to 57, and the boomers are 58 and over. I'm in the boomer category. Were you surprised about this? What exactly is this data showing?
You know, John, it's interesting, as you point out. I mean, really kind of boomers and Xers are kind of in the same camp. About 60% of them believe that things are getting worse, whereas you look at the younger generations, only about 50% there is getting worse. The one thing I also thought was interesting about the data is in terms of getting better, there was about 15 to 20% or so within each of those categories kind of saying is getting better. So certainly it's different for everyone. We all have different situations that we're in, but from the older standpoint, especially for the boomers, because those are, you know, the only ones that have perhaps lived through it. Maybe the mid to older boomers have experienced it in the 70s and 80s when we had it before. Virtually everyone else, this is new for them.
And so the older folks are pessimistic, while the younger ones are a little more optimistic about the future of this economy.
Absolutely. And I think, again, it's to my view, I think some of it's just the experience that the older folks have had, the more experience than some of the younger folks have.
Now, of course, the question of how do you adjust to this 8.5% inflation that everyone hopes is temporary. And some of the government folks I've talked to say it is temporary, but nonetheless, it's there. How do we adjust to this? That also depends on your age and experience, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly seeing from the impact on purchasing power varies quite a bit by age, how it's perceived. And so, for example, the Gen Z, the younger generation, only 31% believe that their purchasing power is declining, where that graduates all the way up to 77% with the boomers. And so it's really a stark difference within the survey. That was the one that really stood out the most, varying by generation.
I also thought a part of the survey that suggested that the younger you are, the more willing you are to go to your boss and say, hey, I need a pay raise. I thought that was interesting too.
I think that is interesting. It's probably true just in general, and maybe even more especially true now when people need those pay raises to keep up with inflation.
You know, in terms of how you adjust behavior, I was looking at the various things that you have here that people can opt to do. For example, taking a vacation this summer, where it's almost summertime, buying a car, buying a home, moving to a new city, starting a school, retiring. I mean, all these things are impacted by inflation, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's again, different people are going to be impacted by it differently, but everyone's impacted to some extent. Interestingly, when you think about it by generation, the younger folks might be a little bit more immune to it because, you know, roughly half of the 18 to 24-year-olds that were part of the Gen Z are in college or grad school or something like that, and some other percentage are living at home. So they might not see that direct impact that the older generations have, and I think that's part of it. The other thing is, you know, I think the older generations, on average, certainly varies, tend to be more settled down in a location or settled down with an employer, versus the younger you are, the more apt you are to kind of move jobs or move locations. And you can maybe take advantage of trying to find another job that pays more.
Well, Eric Henderson from Nationwide Annuity, There's no question that inflation affects all of us. It's just fascinating how each of us perceive it depending on our age. Thank you, sir, very much for spending time with us today. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
And thank you for watching this edition of the Sunday Business Page. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Passover. Enjoy your holiday.